episode go?
Sorry, mate. Change of plans. There's no Eternity episode this week.
But wait, what do you mean?
Yeah, he's right, Luke. Something came up and the archive directors are asking me to be elsewhere this week. That and well, I kind of lost the footage.
You what?
It's okay, mate. You can do a different kind of video this week. See, I ordered a whole bunch of shipments of shelves, right? And I actually have a bunch that came in. Too many, in fact. So I need someone that can help me find some creative uses for them.
Okay. Yeah, I think I can come up with a couple of ideas. Well, I'll have to see what they look like. This is just so short notice, you know?
Yeah, again, I'm sorry, Luke. But I'll keep looking for that episode 8. I know I have it here somewhere. I just hope that it's not in the Infina room.
You all heard it here, folks. No Eternity episode this week. Unfortunately, Devin got extremely busy with some other things, so I decided I'm going to take over. Hi, I'm over here on Devin's channel as well, so yeah, if you're here, please make sure to subscribe. This guy's awesome. But anyway, I'm on Minecraft Bedrock Preview, the latest one. The numbers are on screen. I don't understand the difference between the numbers. I know that it's technical stuff, but I can't keep up with that for any reason. But anyway, you're not here for the numbers. You're here for the shelves that I'm standing on. These are the newest block that Minecraft has added, and I really think these are going to revolutionize a lot of things. They're going to make things so nice for decoration purposes, for building purposes, and I'm going to take you on a journey today showing you some of the ideas that I had first seeing these. Now, how the shelf works. You take 3 items, boom, boom, boom. You put them on the shelf, it displays it. And now, another cool thing is, let's grab a stack of these. I'm on levers right now, but it's fine. This stack of levers, boom. The whole stack, all 64 of them right there in that slot. So you can put 3 stacks per shelf. Another really cool thing, speaking of levers, is if you flick one or even just power it with some other sort of redstone, is these bars that were on here before are now gone. This is a flat panel. Not to mention, the backs of each of these shelves has a unique texture, which opens up the possibility for using them, say it with me now, as vertical slabs. We have vertical slabs in the game now. And these are really nice because you can use them as walls for things, and I'll show you too. Over here, I've made a sort of storage crate. And because you can put items in here, banners are items, right? And it's a little hard to read, but I'll put some bold text over it so that way you can see what it's supposed to read. Yeah, this was supposed to be a hat container, like a hat company storage container for things. This is what Foreman used to give me all of these shelves. I almost called them slabs. I gotta be careful. You can also do some really nice things with it, like putting these polished blackstone brick walls on it for a handle, so that way it looks like you could totally just grab this and slam it down, close it. You could throw on a label with different colors. I used bamboo with mosaic and a honeycomb block to kind of make that look like, you know, it's part of the logo. It's a really nice sticker to throw on here, or maybe even throw on some wheels and make this look like a semi-truck's trailer or something. I think that could work really nice too. I didn't even think about it until I was here, but it's fine. Moving on. We've got kind of a bit of a cutout of a house with a nice flower pot, cool rugs and carpet, but something really nice about the shelves is that they work as nice wainscot or even just lower wall panel trimming, depending on like what sort of block palette you're going for. And we've got a whole extensive list there. I've also used them as the wall itself, which is why you can see the back at the spruce there. The whole thing just feels really cozy though. You can get some really good like thin details going on in here too if you want to throw some other things. Maybe you could change this out here for, you could have like, oh, I almost like that a little bit more. You could throw on like a little bit of a extra detail onto these walls, as well as using them as the walls. I don't know. Also got an orange and blue version of this just to kind of show, like, yes, double down. You can use these as double floor trims, but I've also used them as like a chimney top, which I think works really well. Just under here, we've got the campfire and hay bale situation going on, so that way we get our smoke pillars. And I think this is just really nice. Granted, someone who is a little bit better at building could probably put this to use in much more creative ways. I was the one asked by Foreman to do this, so you get what you get. I've also got a market stall here, which is another cool thing. Technically, I'm using the shelves as shelves, but, you know, taking your mind out of that for a second, they're really nice displays for not just like fruits or fish and stew, but also for potions. You can put potions on here now. We basically got ways to make store shelves, and I went with the most rustic design because I'm sure there's people out there who have used these, like I'm sure they've used the pail shelves with items on them in like Walmarts or Dollar Generals, which you could totally do, but I went with the Minecrafty, you know, wood designs. So I've used them here in the museum for display pedestals. You can display your items as well as stuff on top of them. Maybe you've got a to-do list of things you need to do. Maybe you're trying to keep a list of all of the achievements that you've done. Maybe you've mined your first diamond, got your first diamond pickaxe, first sword and full set of diamond armor, and found your first horse armor and decided to put it here on a shelf as well. You could totally do that. Or maybe some of your end achievements. Slayed the Ender Dragon, got the Elytra, took the Ender Dragon egg for yourself and displayed it on a shelf. You could do that. There's a couple of different things that you could do for pillars too, different pillar designs. Maybe you wanted to go with something that's a little bit more like Greek or Roman. Throw in the pale oak shelf on here with the quartz pillar block. It's gonna be real tasty, I'll tell you that much. And you can put like other things on it, like, I don't know. There's a lot of stuff that you can do with it. This middle one almost reminded me of that, I always forget the name of it. I'll put it on screen. It's like, there's like a desert temple of some sort. And this pillar design that with the jungle, like instantly made me think about it whenever I put it up here. Throwing it in with some like packed brick or something could be really nice. I'm just saying. I also went with something a little bit more like Viking, maybe a little bit more like Highlands pillars. You could use these in castles. You could use these in like mansion builds and stuff. They're really nice. And maybe you could make like a pontoon with the bamboo, which is what I've done here. It's actually kind of more of a raft, which is what I was going for. But because of how big it is, it almost feels like it's supposed to be a pontoon. So, you know, yeah, mind interpretation aside, I've also got crates here, which are very nice, or even a pirate's treasure chest. The booty's all missing, but, you know, you get the idea. These are really nice decorations that, like, you wouldn't normally think about it, just like it's a shelf. But I just made a chest. I just made a pirate's treasure chest that's even better than the vanilla chest that we have in the game. The last thing I want to show you, there's a lot of things within this house. It is this house. Now, wall accents are one thing, but they almost look like window shutters because of how they're set up. Now, granted, again, somebody who's a little bit better at building will probably be able to get that across a lot better than I have here. But the idea is still there. flower beds here are gonna look really nice with these. They just look so good. Maybe not the floating ones on this particular house design, but you know, they're there if you want to use them. These are just ideas. I'm giving them to you. Inside, we've got probably the best freaking chair we could have ever built in the game. I've built so many chairs. This one's my favorite. We used to use doors for the backs of these, and maybe even just trap doors, which is what I've done here. But throwing the shelves on here just kind of gives it so much more shape, so much more depth that you couldn't get with just the flat trap doors. And you can put things in them, which is what I've done here. Putting these red gradient banners in here, kind of from a distance, makes it look like that's part of the cushion. Like the cushion is sticking from the other side, or maybe it's just a detail. Am I the only one who sees this? This is the best chair in Minecraft right now. And it's the easiest thing. It's only like 2 blocks worth of depth. Throw this in a corner somewhere in a mansion. Mwah, chef's kiss. The best chair in the game. And nobody's done any chairs with these. Guys, you could use the shelves for furniture. You don't believe me? Look. I've used them for the bed up here. Just a 4-poster bed. Simple. This is amazing. I don't know. Maybe this is maybe I'm just over accentuating this. You can use them as like stair rails. You could use them for like look, you can label your chests now in a way that you couldn't do with item frames. If this isn't the best update, then I don't know. Maybe we gotta wait until we get the end update. I don't know. This is really nice. This is also like one of my favorite design choices. I put a crafting table in here. This whole thing looks like a workstation. Like just a simple workstation with like cabinet doors that you could open if you want to. I don't know. This is probably going to be one of my favorite designs that I'm going to use. Oops. I'm going to think I broke that. But yeah, Foreman, I don't know what to tell you. I think you probably chose the right person for the job to find the most creative uses for these shelves, because 15 different design choices in total. Yeah. There's a lot. There's a lot here. That's a lot to unpack. Hope these help you in some way. If they do, make sure to leave a like down below. Hit the like button. Comment down below which one of these design choices was your favorite. I'm leaning a bit more towards the market stalls. Maybe even some of the stuff that's in here. The chair is like my top favorite for sure. There's no chair in Minecraft that looks as good as that one. I want to go build more. I want to go build more chairs. You guys, I'll see you in the next one. And hopefully next week we'll actually have Eternity. Sorry if you got your hopes up. And, yeah. Bye.